Part 2. I like to give detail. Now, sometimes in May 30th, Timi Dakolo came out with a very strong Instagram post. He said, from Ilorin to Abuja to Lagos to Dubai to Port Harcourt to London and any city he visits, your pastor is leaving a trail of broken women, sexually abused and mentally strangled. From avalanche to gratitude, from pastoral care units to hosts and hostesses, from witty inversions to hospitality units, they are found in every department in that church. He handpicks his victims and ruins them. So none of you wonder why a dedicated church worker or leader stop coming to church and don't want to talk about it. Suddenly, rumors start flying around about the person being evil. I will tell you all straight up, all your branch pastors know about this evil going on for years and are part of it. Some of the victims they will threaten, some they will pay off, and some they will suppress by isolating from the church members. Oga, criminal lawyer always ready to do the dirty work behind the scene just to drown the truth. Dear church members, try and find these ladies and men to hear their side of this truth before crucifying them or branding them evil. Trust me, their side of the story will shock you. He then puts, Commonwealth call Zion. Church is supposed to fix broken people and not crush people who show up in church. So after this post came about, everybody was wondering, because first of all, we all know Timi Dakolo is a celebrity, and we know that Timi Dakolo will not just come out and then just post a content that he is not sure of. Like, he's not just going to post any random nonsense on his Instagram, because he knows that there are lots of people following him, there are lots of people viewing him, there are lots of people seeing what he's doing because he's a celebrity. So there should be a little bit of truth in whatever he's posting, right? So after this post, there was quite an outrage, and everybody was like, what's Timi Dakolo saying? What's he talking about? He should bring proof. If he doesn't have any proof, then he's lying and whatnot. And so after that, Timi Dakolo said there are lots of people that have actually sent him message that they are victims of this issue. You get? And everybody's like, bring out a girl. He says the people he knows, some of them are not ready to face the crowd. They're not ready to listen to people. They're not ready to come out and say, it is me that I was a victim of this. So that one died down. That May left. Okay, now, June, Friday. I don't know what date was Friday. But Friday morning, I woke up around like 6 a.m. and I saw that Busola Dakolo, Timi Dakolo's wife, granted an interview. All right, let's see what this interview have to say. Let me run through it. Okay, so let me just give you guys the summary. I'll put the link of where you can watch and where you can read the interview. But let me run through it because we've already spent time in this video. So apparently, Busola Dakolo came out and said she was raped by Biodun Fatoyinbo of Coza Church. And the first time was at home, before it became a big church. It was more like a fellowship, and her sister started attending at first, so they kind of like, you know, made her start coming to church, talk to her, this one, come to this church, oh, the way they sing is different, the way they do stuff is different. And then she was first not comfortable in the church, but then she finally went, and then from there, they say first timers come out. She came out. From there, pastor say, first time I have to follow up on you. I have to be sure that you are saved. I have to be sure that you are fine. You know, always checking up on her. And then they became very, very close. That's church and a family per se. They became so close to the extent that even if they had visitors, like church had visitors, they hosted them in Busola Dakolo's family house. You dig that kind of closeness. You know, all this, our daddy, our pastor, our daddy. Then one day, Busola Dakolo's mom traveled with her younger sister, and so just her and her elder sister at home, and her elder sister was upstairs. And so, what's his name? Biodun Fatoyinbo comes, and according to her, their gate is normally open. You just have to knock on the house door, like the front door. So she hears a knock. She went down and she saw pastor. Her pastor good day opens, she's on a 90 because it was 6:30 a.m. Because she was sleeping, she woke up, came down to open the door, and then she sees Biodun Fatoyinbo. Before she could say anything, he pushes her to the chair and literally rapes her. She couldn't say anything. Then he left and brought her a bottle of Crest and told her to go up it. And so that one went. That was the first part. And then the second time he raped her was in the car, I think at the bonnet or something. And then he told her that you should be happy that a man of God like me is doing this to you. And then he said, my grace will cover you. I'm coming, you. I just let me give you guys the summary so that by the time I'm not analyzing, you will not say, what am I talking about? You get all this one is just summary, because I don't want this video to be long. It's just summary. We're coming back. So Isha raped her. Let's leave that part. Now, in 2013, I remember vividly. I read that interview. I read that one of essay, Walter. Essay came out. She didn't say Biodun Fatoyinbo raped her. She actually came out and said that they were having sexual intercourse in London. You want to read that one too? I put the link down for you to read so that you can understand where I'm coming from, because there's no time. So I said Walter actually had sex with Biodun Fatoyinbo. He was married. He was like Koza was a Koza. She get it. Why did she come out that time? She said she felt it was not right that he was still climbing the altar, he was still preaching, was still acting normal when he just finished having, is it fornication or adultery? They used to call the one that is outside marriage. Adultery. And he's still climbing the pulpit. But that time I remember, like that was like the first thing that made me know Koza, because of the allegation. Do you get? But then he died down. He's not Nigeria. And before then, Fatoyinbo said he was going to come and address S.A. Walter in 2013. He didn't address her. Life continued. So from 2013, we all know it's a sin to have sex outside marriage. So first of all, crime number 1, he had sex with S.A. Walter in 2013, which he did not respond to. He just kept mute. He thought we'll forget. When S.A. Walter came out, there was a Patricia that also came out that said that, and Koza, they used to have sex. That's what number 2 witness that came out. S.A. Walter is now married though, you guys, with children. But instead, he continued preaching, which is wrong to the image of Christ, because you are preaching and you are having, it doesn't go, especially to people just trying to build their faith. They see you're living a double standard life. But wait, we're coming. First of all, let's discuss my grace covers you that pastors have been using. So after Timi Dakolo's interview, Stella Damascus came out and said she's actually really, really pained, and that's why she's standing with Busola Dakolo in this issue, and that's why she believes Busola Dakolo, because she has heard men of God come and tell her and say, my grace covers you. That's so stupid. What grace do you have, sir? My grace covers you. Okay. Now, another issue after my grace covers you is people coming out and saying she wore a nightie. What do you expect? Whoever you said it, you are mad. Oh, I don't get. First of all, let's remove what she's wearing. Do you know, like, there are 3-month-old being raped? There are 3-year-old children being raped. They're like 1-year-old girls being raped. It's not about what they are wearing, because they are children. They wear pants and they are being raped. So even if Busola Dakolo was wearing a lingerie, she was wearing only bra, she was wearing only pants, you had no right to forcefully have sex with her. Another issue that I'm here for is, why did she not fight? Have you been sexually assaulted? Because it's not every time you fight. There's sometimes you can't even talk. You're just numb. Like you don't even understand what's happening. You can't speak. So it's not every time that somebody will fight. So please, it's not every time somebody will fight. So after the whole issue of Busola coming out, everyone is like, okay, Coza members, they'll still come out and support this man. Coza members this, and then we have Aka that comes out. Aka apparently is someone that is a Coza member. Like, he loves Coza, he loves Biodun Fatoyinbo. Do you get? But then we also another aspect of Aka. He actually came out sensible and he said, Pastor, these allegations have come out. We need you to respond. There's no point keeping quiet now. So please respond. Let everyone at least, let's hear your side of the story. And guess what? He responded. Biodun Fatoyinbo responded on his Instagram page with a press release that says, Coza Corporate, the office of the senior pastor, public notice. I am aware that there has been a recent media publication on YouTube by Y Nigeria, operated and owned by Red Media Group. Story. Prior to now, we are adhere to our policy of ignoring rumors from social media accounts, as we know that several statements have been made to extort the Church of Money and myself through blackmail, harassment, and intimidation. We have refused time and again to accede to their request, which has infuriated them over time. Because of this, they have gotten more aggressive. First of all, I don't think Timmy Dakolo and his wife need your money, so they're not doing this to blackmail you. But let's go on. Unlike previous statements where more English you and there was no direct mention of myself or the church, the recent video released on YouTube has now made direct criminal allegations against me in the interview granted by Busola Dakolo, which are fallacious, non-existent, and which are all denied in every measure. As an individual and as a church, we love and support intimidation of anybody. I have never in my life raped anybody. Even as an unbeliever, I am absolutely innocent on this. The Busola Dakolo, who has made this false allegation that the family attended the church during the early start of the church in the 1990. I never had any private interactions with her, which are beyond my pastoral duties. It's a long story. And then he says, we will also not stand for false criminal allegations made against me or the church, the leadership of the church. Our lawyers commence criminal and civil actions against all individuals making such false allegations. I am really excited, sir. If you actually did not do this offense and Busola Dakolo came out to lie, me that I uploaded this now, I will come back again and upload another video saying Busola Dakolo must face the consequences for false allegation. But if it is not false, sir, there's gonna be trouble. But let's continue. I'm sorry. So now, and then the response that you gave us, sir, you didn't clarify what happened that day. Like, a victim came out and she has like detailed explanation of what happened, telling us, the various events. You just come and you just address a general, using the office, using the church, which is your office, to for your press release. Okay. So now there's an outrage and everyone wants him to step down, which I love. Because you have an allegation against you. It doesn't make any sense for you to remain on the altar. You are defiling the altar. You're literally insulting the altar. The altar is a sacred place. You can't just go on the altar when you know you have this. And I really stand for the fact that even if we're still going to face the law, that one is sure. We're facing the law. See me, I say we are. As if I'm... we're going to face the law, which is against rape. Yeah? But before then, please step down. It doesn't even make sense. You're insulting Christ. You're insulting the body of Christ. Let other people preach. I understand that he is the owner of Coza. He is the founder. For now. So, there are lots of people saying this step down. People are trying to affect the body of Christ. People are trying to tear down the church. And, and I'm like, I don't think people are trying to tear down the church. People are trying to face Biodun Fatoyinbo, but there's no way you will face Biodun Fatoyinbo without mentioning Coza, because it's the owner. The same way, okay, I'm not a big brand, I can't use myself, but then, I don't know the brand to use, but you can't mention Fenty and not mention Rihanna. You dig? So there's no way you're going to be mentioning Biodun Fatoyinbo, but I don't expect the church to be it, because the church is literally Biodun Fatoyinbo, and Biodun Fatoyinbo, like, he's the owner, he's the founder. So there's no way you don't expect people to get the church involved. Also, when he was making his press release, why did he not come out as Biodun Fatoyinbo? He released it using Coza. So he's actually the one trying to get the church involved. So this is not even anybody's fault if they are lashing Koza. Why is address it as Biodun Fatoyinbo? Don't be hiding under the church, the elders, the lawyers, and do it. It's you they accuse, sir. Let me say, hey, please, don't imitate me. So now after Biodun Fatoyinbo comes out saying he didn't do it, they would sue and whatnot. Timi Dakolo responded and says, eventually the pendulum swings. The truth has consumed enough courage to leave the heart that housed it. The fear of how people would see me didn't matter anymore. It took a while, but that caged child didn't die. She found her voice because she found someone to understand her. It took her a while, but she found the strength to tell him in detail what the endless nightmares, the unexplainable withdrawals and mood swings were about. Can you just imagine? You raped a child twice in the space of 4 days, and threatened to hurt her family if she spoke out. How you strangle a child in the back of your Benz and have the boldness to tell her if it is good that it is me doing it to you still breaks me. Where do you get off saying, as your pastor, grace covers me? How low can you get? How evil can you be? No smear campaign no smear campaign will work. We are ready, and the church, the real church, who have had enough, they are ready to unbroken sue if you dare. They say what? Sue if you dare. Anyways, like I said, this weekend was a very long one. As these gists came out, unfolding, Kenny Ifeanyi of Twitter, of New Testament Church, he came out and he was talking about the rape. He did not know that he would live in a glass house. They used to throw what? Stone. As Uncle was talking, the people he have raped in the past came out to attack him on the Twitter. There's even a lady. The lady says, wait, Kenny Ifeanyi, you haven't changed. Ken, rapist. I hope you get what's coming to you. Justice might be delayed because this is Nigeria, but I will live long enough to see God deal with you. You account for the lives God put in your custody, rapist. Girl, my story is bloody 10 years old, so you can imagine my shock. Someone who knows my story sent me the link to your post. I am married now with kids, but this Ken is a bloody rapist. Your other victims might be silent, and I totally get that. I was silent and tried to heal in peace myself. But I have 2 daughters today, and every time I hear a similar case, old wounds open. Now I will do everything and make sure the last girl you hurt is your last. The second I hear there is a case against you, I will testify against you. I will tell the world everything of how you rape girls in their teens and early 20s. Since you didn't stop, the law would have to get you. Hi Ken, it's Mavis. I bet you remember me. Remember that time I told you I forgive you because I thought you are truly repented. Trust me, I take it back because you didn't bloody repent. I'm a very private person, but I will put my name, my all, to make sure you get justice. Social media is hot this weekend. There's actually like a WhatsApp conversation of Kenny Ifeanyi actually trying to pay a girl, and it says, even if you drag me on social media, within a week everyone will move on, so it doesn't really do me any damage. Jesus Christ. Jesus. I know it isn't true. I didn't even force you to come. Before then, we gist a lot, and you know well, when last I have had sex, I had zero intention, zero, but it's okay. I'm actually sorry. He was apologizing for raping a girl. Thank God for screenshots. Esa, Kiwi is where you are going to, Kenny Ifeanyi. And so he comes out to tell his New Testament online church people that he's going to step down for now, while his lawyers are going to be handling the issue. Esa, as I stepping down, meet us in court. So you are getting, meet us in court. It's not a matter of step down. But then again, Kenny Ifeanyi's own came about. While we're still talking about this, there's another person, Dave Ogbole. He came on his Facebook and said, my loyalty is stronger than correctness. I run to the battle, right or wrong. We never leave a comrade alone in his battle. It is one for all for one. I stand with Biodun Fatoyinbo. And one Uja came out and said, really? David Ogbe, really? Like, you want to actually stand? Do you want me to tell the world how you touch my breast in my father's house? Or should I tell them how you said I was sexy and that I had sexy eyes? The countless times you came into Abuja and invited me to sleep over in your hotel. Do you forget you told me you love me? Are you aware my whole family knows you for the pervert that you are? I reported you to my father, who is supposed to be your father in the Lord. Less than a month ago, I ran into you at my sister's wedding. You planned a wet kiss on my cheek with your hand around my waist in public. You called me immediately. I got back to Abuja, telling me you missed seeing my pretty face and that I was looking very sexy. Do you deny this? I have held back all these years because I wanted to forgive you. And I do, but I will expose you for the fraud and predator that you are. You guys, this Busola season is heavy. So, as Busola Dakolo came out and everybody's talking about this issue, a lady narrates how she was talking to her younger sister about this Busola Dakolo's gist and telling her that she should speak up whenever any family member, any male is trying to, act indecent towards her. And she found out that her 8-year-old sister was raped 8 months ago, and the man told her not to mention it to anybody. 8 months ago, 8 years old. Like, the girl is literally broken. Like, if you see what she was talking on Twitter, when she found out, she said she had to give her mom like 50 missed calls. But anyways, I like her family though. They've already gone to arrest the person that did it. But like, this story, like that Busola Dakolo came out to share, like, it just opened a lot of wounds. Just opened a lot of having lots of people talk about their experience. So I don't see a reason why I can't believe Busola Dakolo. There's everything pointing towards the fact that she's saying the truth. So yeah, I know I'm not supposed to pick a side. I'm just supposed to give you guys gist and let it be. But I don't know. I cannot not pick side, because Biodun Fatoyinbo is not the only man of God. He's not the only fine man of God. He's not the only rich man of God. There's a Polade Farasi. There's Oyakilome. And there's so many men of God that they're also like that. But why is it only you, sir? And there's always scandal. The first time I heard about Fatoyinbo was 2013. It was Esiwata. Another time again, 2016, some people came out, that one died down. Then 2019 again, before Busola Dakolo, some people already came out too. Is it only you, sir? And we all know, in the mouth of 2 or 3 people, the truth lies there. There's no way these people are just going to come in and to lie against you. Why can't they use it to lie against Papa? Why can't they use it to lie against Daddy Gio? Why is it only you? That means there's something you're not doing that is right. So I'm left to believe the girl. Honestly, I'm left to believe Busola Dakolo, because this is not the first time. This is not the second. This is not the third. It doesn't even make any sense. I'm really. What do you want to say to convince me that Biodun Fatoyinbo is not lying? And then you come out and give us some stupid press release. You didn't even tell us what happened in detail on that day. You just come and say you are suing, you are this, you are this. Sue, sir. If it's sure for you, sue. I have it here now that in one case in Ilorin, it was alleged that he had sexual relationship with 2 sisters to the point of impregnating one of them. Nothing came out of this allegation. There's also an allegation of him having relationship with a married woman. Sir, is it only you? Hey, God. Hey, Betty Musa no go see forget. That's that. So that's like the whole of Saturday. Okay, and then Sunday, I mentioned that there was going to be protest against Fatoyinbo going on the altar to preach today, being Sunday. Everyone is like, you step down. There's no way you're defying the altar. I stand with them that they should step down. So Nigerians actually came together, which is so cute, and there was actually a protest. So today, according to my head, they didn't allow first timers in Coza. They said today's message is not for first timers, so don't attend. Basically, there were lots of people protesting, women, men, holding placards and saying no to rape. You must step down and whatnot. And then guess what, you guys? They were actually like videos. I wish I could like put them here, but like I said, there's no time to edit. I'm uploading this thing immediately I'm done. But I actually wish I could put a video. Agberos were paid to support Biodun Fatoyinbo. They were going to be paid 10K to show you how gullible these people are. The Agberos did not even know what they were carrying. Like, they were literally carrying the cardboards upside down to show you, like, they didn't even know what they were doing. And I'm like, what? Wow. Like, at this point, sir, you raped her. If you didn't rape her, why are your people paying Agberos to support you? If you are actually true, I'm like, wow. See, if I'm to probably discuss this thing, I think we'll use 1 hour, and that's too much. Let's just. And the night that testimony in church today was more like, oh, pastor was this, he blessed me and my family, he is that, he is this. And then his wife came to defend him in public and said, my husband can never be a rapist, even as an unbeliever or as a believer. I don't even blame you. And I actually don't blame you, ma, because what do you want to come and say before? My husband is a rapist. Let's even what? I don't have time for rubbish. So after Busola Dakolo came out, there was actually a post on Facebook, and she said she has serious proof. She said she was introduced to the church in Abuja by a childhood friend who moved to Abuja from Calabar 2 years before she did. Then her friend was a PCU worker, but all of a sudden her friend left the church. So Paul Adefarasi told her that she should join the PCU team, and then he took interest in her. You know, he was always counseling her, Mr. Counselor. He was always counseling her, and then started telling her to, you know, take the place of the PCU worker. So she was first reluctant. Then, because she didn't want to be leaving church early, leaving church late and getting to church very early, you know, she agreed. Then she noticed that the pastor did not respect her personal space, and they were always close, rubbing hands, you know, and all those things. Then she said the final straw was when he said that she should follow him to Lagos to take notes and transfer some online immediately for some Pentecostal thing. It was Anthony, and he knew I was very computer literate. I was excited to reach Lagos and realized that he only booked 1 room. Then the pastor pretended to make a call to demand for another room. He said that she should chill while the room is getting ready. He then told her to help him massage his back because he was having backache from sitting on the flight. According to her, I said I was tired since it was already after 8. He then insisted I lay down on the bed to rest while waiting. I said I prefer to sit at the desk, and he laughed, saying that I was acting like a small girl or a village uneducated girl. He then went on to take a shower. I then called the front desk to remind them about the extra room. I wasn't surprised when they said nobody had requested for an extra room. By this time, I knew what was up and I was ready for the full. That's another witness. I don't want to really run through what she has to say. But then, that was another victim of Mr. Masaja. Please, let me put it out here. I have no issue with Coza members. I have no issue with you attending the church. Please, I know the church will have helped a lot of people build their faith, enhance their walk with Christ, you know, build them to a certain level or wherever level they are spiritually. I have nothing against the church. I'm like, in as much as we're having issue with Biodun Fatoyinbo, who is the head of the church, I believe that there are other pastors that are very, very, they're not blameless. I would not say they're very, you know, pure. No one is pure. We're all humans. But then I know that there's some people that, you know, they don't have this scandal and then they are right with Christ. So I don't have issue with Coza. I don't have issue with people attending Coza. I only have an issue with the head of Coza that has rape allegations. Please. And before I wrap up this, I would like to talk about what Adefarasi said today in church, which I think really makes sense. He said, God imputed into everyone a sense of moral rights, that is, the conscience. Everyone has a general perception of what is right or wrong without being taught, without being told. You know. Never depend on the law to fulfill righteousness. You know, this thing is right or this thing is wrong. I just think that puts it all. And I don't know, I would just like to say, like, let Jesus be your standard. All this, my pastor, my church, my this, please, I'm not saying you shouldn't have a pastor. Pastor, Papa is my guy. Nobody say, do you get? Everyone knows I love Bishop David Oyedepo. But from a distance, I listen to his messages, I read his books, I do a lot of things. I can say he's my mentor, but all this closeness, my pastor. Let's be careful. Let's be careful. So now on Polade Farasi, on Busola Dakolo, that's it. I hope I've been able to tell you guys, give you guys the summary, address rape issues. Please, when somebody is raped, don't say what did you wear. Don't say what, saying that you're a rapist yourself. Idiots. So please, let's focus on the issue that there was a rape. Somebody's virginity has been taken away. Somebody's English. Yes, Sabi. I don't know. You've taken something off somebody, you forcefully, which is wrong. Please, let's address what is wrong. Please, let's address what is wrong. Please, let's address what is wrong. And as we are handling that issue, there's another one that has started again. Is your Twitter influencer Pamela. So apparently Pamela posted that nobody was there when this whole situation happened. And let me say it according to the way he said it. He said, press release from Pastor Biodun Fatoyinbo of Coza versus Busola Dakolo. We don't know who is lying and who is saying the truth. But in between Biodun Fatoyinbo and Busola, you both know the truth. I stand with the truth. I kind of like don't see what's wrong in what he said. But people have come out and said that, Pamela, if you're a man, you should at me in your tweets. See, I'm not one of those that's out closet gaming. This one didn't even know what is typing. But if throwing ourselves to the dog is the way to go, advise you don't wash your dirty lining in public. The closet is too dark. Have a nice day. So I think what the issue is now is that people think Pamela is gay or not. According to some people, he cheated on his girlfriend with a guy. Can it be Monday already? There's a lot going on. There's a lot. So yeah, I think I've been able to handle everything. Yeah. So we have come to the end. Thank you guys for joining me. Please permit every error. You see, this is my first time bringing a trending gist to the public. I just always do it in my inner circle, my WhatsApp, my Twitter, just with my people share. But this is the first time, so any error you see, please permit. I promise to get better and do better. I know it's very, very long. I am sorry, but please watch it. Please like, please share, please subscribe, please comment, share your thoughts, and please don't forget to know God for yourself. Please don't depend on any pastor, don't depend on any man of God. Also, I don't have anything against Coza as a church. I have an issue with Biodun Fatoyinbo. See you again in my next video. Bye. But there, people, rate this makeup now. I see. Let me say. I'm so playful.